Good morning everyone. As you can see, I'm back in London. It's a beautiful day today. A bit too beautiful for me. I really don't like it when it's too hot. So I've chosen to go out early this morning. It's only just gone 7. It's nice and cool. And yeah, just beat the heat of the day. I think it's supposed to be about 22 today. It's way too hot for me to be cycling. But yeah, it's lovely today. So it's a nice sort of welcome home. Today we've got 30k intermediate, moderate. Haven't done a 30k along here before yet. I've done 10, 15 and 20k. The route's pretty similar up until where I normally go for my 20k, and then I just carry on a bit further. Heading for another park today called Lloyd Park. Haven't been there before, so kind of interested to see what that's like. And yeah, enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the ride. Well, the weight loss side of things seems to be going quite well, which is pleasing. It wasn't really the primary goal to try and lose weight, but I kind of hope that I might lose some, given that I'm doing a lot more exercise. I've now lost over 2 kilograms, probably about 2.5 kilograms at this point, since the beginning of the year. I really haven't changed what I've been eating that much. I just simply cut down on really sugary things, so biscuits, chocolate, sweets, anything like that, trying to avoid that. Otherwise I've pretty much been eating whatever I want, which is always a good diet. You're more likely to be successful if you're not enormously restricted with what you eat. I think that's probably the main reason why people don't succeed in their diets. It's just that they're so restrictive that, you know, they're just a chore, they're unpleasant, and you've got no motivation to keep going. Whereas if you just change what you eat, but what you do eat is still stuff that you like mostly, and you can have enough of it and feel satisfied and full, then you're much more likely to be successful. Anyway, I'm very pleased. If you do this to try and lose some weight, I'll just give you a quick bit of, you know, what I've learned from my experience, which is that I weigh myself every day, and some days you'll go up. No matter what you do, some days you'll be heavier. I mean, your body naturally varies day to day anyway, but some days you'll go up. Don't worry about that. Just keep going and eventually it'll drop. So I talked previously about suspension stems and about how bumpy it is along this. This is one of the sections, and on a mountain bike or something you'd be fine. But one of these, even with the bigger tyres, which certainly make a massive difference, it's still pretty bumpy. And with this issue of my hands that keep going numb, I'm yet to buy some different gloves, which I will do. I suspect it won't completely fix it. But yeah, I've taken the plunge and ordered a suspension stem. So what I'll do is when I get it, I'll fit it, come the same route, and then be able to give you a comparison between not having it and having it fitted. And I'll also put up a proper proper review on the channel as well for it, in case you're interested in getting something similar. Might think it's not needed on the road, and I guess on some roads it's not, but on these roads they're dreadful. I'm going at a little bit more leisurely pace today. Kind of aware that I'm not quite as fresh as I'd like to be, even after one rest day. I'd like to be able to get home again after this ride, so yeah, taking it a bit easier. Strava seems to have a new thing that's popping up that tells me relative effort, so it lets me know was it harder, about the same or easier than other rides, so that could be quite useful. As usual, I'll stick the stats up at the end of the ride for you to have a look at, judge for yourself. This is where I normally come for the 20k ride. Just go in the park, do a lap of the park and then come out again. Today we've got something a bit different for the 30k. This is a path, is it? Okay. It's supposed to be a path across the football pitch. Interesting. I think I'm going to stop here and have a bite to eat. These water bottles are good. They don't leak. They're easy to drink from. I'm pleased with everything about them. But the trouble is, if you're doing anything other than just road cycling, the cap gets covered in a fine layer of muck and dust, which isn't pleasant. Luckily I found we can actually buy separately a mud cap for these. So I've got some of those on order, I can tell you. So if you got one, I'll put a link in the description below if you want to get a mud cap for it. Right, I better keep going, otherwise I'm going to grind to a halt. I'm not surprised that Canute was a little reluctant to route me through here. And that's the park. Danny Kamut. If I get 1 million subscribers on my channel, then I'll probably buy a house here. And then you can see me get lost in the park every day. There were trams. Didn't get that on Swift. Been pretty quiet for a while now, just conserving some energy really and taking in the sights. Sorry for that giant detour around the park. I have a terrible sense of direction, and even with sat nav, I suppose in my defence, those paths weren't exactly well defined, but yeah, I could get lost in my own house. Anyway, on our way back, 18k to go apparently. Oh no, that's my speed. 6k to go. Oh, that's encouraging. I'm thinking about trying one of these energy gels that I got. Heard from a few people it gives them a bit of a stomach ache. Not really looking forward to that, but hopefully I'm one of the lucky ones. And it's all fine. So at this point my GoPro battery had run out. I need to be much better prepared maybe for the longer rides in the future, perhaps take a spare battery. I need to also come up with some kind of plan to record the London to Brighton, because that's going to be, well, probably around 6 hours or so, and if the batteries are struggling to hit an hour and a half, then I need to come up with a plan. But anyway, the rest of the ride was fine, no problems at all. The energy gel went down okay. I didn't have any stomach aches or anything. I actually quite liked it. So that was all fine. I'll put some stats on the screen for what the final numbers were for the ride. It was fine and everything was okay. So thanks very much for coming along today. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back very soon. Bye.